Go Gretty here, and it's time for another weekly challenge in under 7 minutes. That means I have very little time to cover all 5 races. Let's get to it. If you like tuning cars, this is the week for you because, well, this week there is a lot of that. First race, the Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600, a suggested PP race of 600. 1 lap around Fisherman's Ranch. You're going to need some dirt tires. You're going to need all-wheel drive Japanese car, and you're going to need a tune. I went with the 1998 Lancer Evolution 5 GSR, and here is my tune. Now, this is sped up for time constraints, but if you need to see any of this, just slow it down on YouTube, hit the settings, hit the speed to 0.5, and then hit pause wherever you're at a spot that you need to check out. I threw a bunch of parts at it. I threw a tune on it. It came out to 599.85 pp, and then I sent it out on the ranch. Now, a quick tip for all of you folks out there that are not familiar with Fisherman's Ranch. If you want to figure out how to get around this track quickly, go to the track guides where you take it section by section, and there are the videos that tell you how to take each section of the track. Go back to those videos. It will tell you exactly where you need to look to brake and turn and all that good stuff. If you don't know Fisherman's Ranch, it's a great way to learn it. Now, this was a frustrating race because the traffic always seems to be sitting on the apex right where you need to go. But take your time, don't get in too big of a rush, and you'll get through just fine. One of the most disappointing parts of this entire track for me has been really honestly since GT7 has been released is this. You want to fly over this jump and have a great time, but if you don't take it right or slow down for it, then this happens. You spin out. It didn't end up being a problem, ended up winning the race, so probably would have won it by more, but hey, whatever. We got the W. Probably one of the harder first races we've had to do in the weekly challenges. Now, on to weekly challenge number 2. Weekly challenge number 2 is the Shwarzwald League. Yes, that's right. The Shwarzwald League is a league of German cars, well, at the high-speed ring, and none other than, well, yeah, you guessed it, Japan, because that makes no sense at all. But regardless, pick you out a PP700 Schwarzwald car and go take the challenge to the track. Old Grady decided to go with the 2007 RUF CTR3 on racing hard tires, and what a choice it was. This car is outstanding. Love it. I do like it. I like it a lot. You got to try this car at this track. You will destroy the competition. It will be no problem. It is 900,000 credits, but hey, sometimes life isn't about the money. It's about the experience. Experience life. Get the CTR3. You'll thank me. Ladies and gentlemen, I had never driven this car before. I jumped into it and instantly was able to just find the limits. It was a marvelous, marvelous drive. Anyway, easily took first place. Jump into the CTR3, get your win before they change the physics and mess this car up. Do it. All right, challenge number 3 is a special event, a one make for the 2017 Alpine A110. Any PP you want, so feel free to tune and do whatever you want to the maximum. I chose the funky colored blue one with the little racing stripe on the back, threw some sports medium tires on, and was like, let's send it, see what happens. Fair warning, beginning of this race, going down turn 1 at Brands Hatch. I'm sure there's some name for this. I don't know what it is. This guy gets completely sideways and like blocks the whole middle of the road. So just know that he'll be there. Send it down the inside. You'll be fine. All right. The car, pretty decent drive on the sports mediums. I enjoyed them. The car was catchable. It was slidable. You need carry momentum through the corners if you want to take the win that way, or you can just tune the heck out of the car and just destroy everyone. Choice is yours. Ended up being a really close race for me. I had a lot of fun in the race. Took P1. I probably should have had him earlier here in the race, but I made a couple mistakes and had to catch back up to him on the final lap, but easily took the victory. So enjoy this. Do whatever you want with the car. You'll take home your win and some bucks. Weekly challenge number 4 is the Nissan GTR Cup at Blue Moon Bay Speedway Infield A. Reverse. It's 5 laps. It's PP700, and I had a tough choice with this one. I couldn't decide which of all the GTRs I wanted to go with, so I ended up going with the R34 GTR V-Spic 2 near the 2002 version. Why that one? Because I already had a bunch of parts on it. I wasn't gonna have to spend any money on it. If you want to match my parts, here is all of my goodies and how I tuned the car feel free to copy. It's going to cost you a ton of money. If you don't want to do that, feel free to pick something different. There's a ton of GTRs that you can do the challenge in. If you choose this one, you are going to absolutely destroy everyone. I ended up goofing around, drifting. I did a circle around the guy in first. I mean, I just absolutely just destroyed everyone. This car had way too much power. I thought being a PP 700 race, it would be like, I put it right at 700. It's the, near the end of the challenges, so that, it would be tough. And, well, it wasn't. It was really actually pretty easy. Car is just way too fast for the competition. As you can see here, I'm going by first place on lap 3, and that was after I did a circle around him and then slowed down, let him by again. Take first by more than 12 seconds playing around. So if you just want to destroy everyone, do what I did. If not, then, do something different and have a good time with it. Choice is yours, as it always is, of course. The final challenge of the week is the World Touring Car 900. This PP 900 race is 10 laps at Autopolis, and it's got 10x fuel and 13x tires. Basically a GR2 race, so I went the NSX Concept GT 2016 version, and I decided to throw the mediums on there because I didn't know how long the tires were going to last at 13x tire wear. But I found out I probably should have started with the softs. However, the race was going pretty darn well, so I decided to stay on the mediums for a couple extra laps. Went into the pit at the end of lap number 6, and when I came out, I was in about 17th position, but not a big deal. Caught right back up to everyone. Passed a bunch of cars. Finally got past P1 there with just under a quarter of a lap to go. And then he just absolutely takes me out the AI. Look at this. R. Sternberg just takes me out. He is a dirty, dirty driver, that R. Sternberg is. But not to be dissuaded, I went again. This time I started on softs, and you could really tell the difference. You could make your way through traffic pretty darn easy. I was like, I was absolutely just going to kill the competition here. Went in at the end of lap 5, put on a new set of softs, filled her up with some fuel, and then went back at it, and again caught P1 at about the same spot. But this time I was like, no, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to be a little more patient here. And then went by down the inside, so he couldn't take me out again, jerk. But took home my first place finish, got my goods, and put this one in the rear view mirror. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Weekly Challenge in under 7 minutes. If you did, please hit the like and or subscribe. Come back, check out some more. For myself, Go Gretty, y'all have a great evening.